61A, lecture number 39. Announcements. Homework 11 is due on Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. And what is homework 11? Well, there are 3 things you need to do. Complete the end of semester 61A survey. Also fill out the UC Berkeley course evaluations. And vote for your favorite scheme art. These are the entries of the completely optional Scheme Recursive Art Contest, and in order to figure out who won the contest, we need your opinion, which you tell us by filling out this ballot. If at least 1,250 students complete all of these, then all students who complete the end of semester survey will get an extra credit point in addition to receiving credit for homework 11. And I would very much like to give you this extra credit point because I would like your input to your evaluation and your vote on the scheme Recursive Art. And just to help you get started on your homework, I think now would be an excellent time to look at what people submitted. In the featherweight division, these were all images created by writing scheme programs that run on the scheme interpreter that you built. Someone built the CS61A game, and each entry was allowed to be accompanied by a haiku when people ask me how I feel struggling to pass 61A. Here is Danda. Here you can read the haiku yourself, and you can even look at the code for each entry. This is the shortest entry in the whole contest at only 16 tokens. There it is. The moon is so beautiful tonight, isn't it? I just love that image. Your eyes are so beautiful because there's the moon in them, but mine are more beautiful because there is you in them. Oh, love it. There's a Collatz tree with an interesting and familiar formula. Wow, the Mandelbrot Set displayed in pretty colors. It runs so slowly. This is a JoJo reference. Take a look at the code. Spin actually, it just recursion O and kono dioda. Bright flowers, wonderful entry. They are big then small, orange, pink, orange, yellow, circling toward what? Sierpinski game, circles, squares, triangles, squid game, Sierpinski's triangle, a Sierpinski guard. Epitrochoid +1, please. A flower blossoms on my computer's dim screen. Click, the seasons change. Bombs fall upon land like midterms upon my grade. Please save me, comrade. Lemonade at Sproul, in the fountain, at midnight. What more could you need? Here are abstractly circly leaves. The circle designs made something abstractly great. You can't resist this. I agree. Some randomly recursive roses blooming randomly under a silver crescent. Read recursively. Love it. And now we're into the heavyweight division. Here is the night train, a train at twilight. It breaks through the dark, calm night. How splendid a sight! M scheme Escher QR, drawing hands create a strange loop from meaningless symbols, just as hands. Drawing hands create a strange loop from meaningless symbols. Ray marching through a distorted grid. Be it scheme or pi, all code can create rad art. This class taught me so. De Niro cross Thanos, Cirrus De Niro with infinity gauntlet at his fingertips. I don't think I have one of those, but excellent entry. De Niro adrift on an ocean of our tears. De Niro, sit, boat, lantern soaring through the sky. Unlike my grade, help. I do like boats. An ode to lambda. One night, whilst coding, I discovered the lambda function in one line. Glorious. A nice view. Very cool. A link to YouTube. Rick Astley's never gonna give you up, let you down, run around and desert you, make you cry, say goodbye, tell a lie and hurt you. De Niro, you listening? Yes, I am. And yes, I clicked on your link. Ham leap, to leap or not to leap, that is the question. I hope this is a recursive leap of faith. Lambda Calculus. A Fourier transform, spinning vectors, head to tail graphs, our friend, the lambda. Here it goes. Very cool. Oh, Mamba out. Miss you, my man. Very nice tribute. In a slime simulation with few rules, it forms through simpler without scheme, which have no arrays. And equine. If you remember from early in the course, equine is a program that prints itself, and it appears this one has displayed itself. The marvelous quine, a program that prints itself, a strange loop indeed. Very nice. And that's the end of the entries of this semester's scheme Recursive Art Contest. We had so many wonderful entries. Thank you everybody for participating. In my book, you all win. But someone will actually win according to the popular vote. So I would strongly recommend that you right now go click on the Homework 11 link, go click on the voting form, tell me what you think, and then you'll be done with that part of Homework 11. Okay, more announcements. The completely optional A+ program form is due Friday. The project showcase will be from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Tuesday in Wozniak Lounge, which is on the 4th floor of Soda Hall. Originally it was scheduled for 3 hours, but there were some time conflicts and 3 hours is a long time, so now we're down to 2 shifts of 1 hour each, so please come to both. There will be some projects presented from 1 to 2 and some projects presented from 2 to 3, so you can come for the whole time to see them all, or you can dip in for both times, but if you only come to one time, you'll only see half the projects. And the final exam will include lecture material through November 22nd. That is when we finished up SQL. Recall that 50 out of 75 points on the exam will cover only midterm 1 and midterm 2 material. So if you just learn the midterm 2 material really well, you've already covered 2/3 of the exam. This includes being able to draw an environment diagram. I know that we did not ask you to do that on midterm 2, but it's certainly still part of the course. If you need some special arrangements, such as an alternate time because you have another final at the same time, or need a remote exam, or need special seating, please fill out the final request form. And do it by next Thursday so that we can assign seats. And how will you prepare for this exam? Well, take a look at the RRR Week Topical Review Schedule, where we will cover all of the major topics in the course in Zoom-based review sessions that will also take place in a physical room. Since there are a lot of students in this course, I would recommend using the Zoom link. But if you really want to be there in person, that's where it will happen. And so if you'd like to learn about lists, mutability, SQL, inheritance, object-oriented programming, etc., there are times dedicated to that. Pamela and I will also hold our regular office hours. On the exam day itself, we will provide you with the final study guide, which will be posted shortly. We will also provide the midterm 1 and midterm 2 study guides, and you can bring 3 sheets of notes. A Piazza post will come soon that will give you a few more details about getting ready for the exam, but mostly you need to review a bit, practice a few problems, get some rest, and then come to the exam knowing that to do well in this course, you don't have to get everything perfect. But you do need to be able to solve some problems using what you've learned so far which I expect is a lot. And so I have high confidence that you as a class are going to do well on this exam. And I hope you do spend some time next week preparing, because sometimes you learn something about problem solving just by practicing. This is the last lecture, and I'm not going to tell you any new technical content at all. Instead, I'll talk about something that I think is at least as important, which is how programming and computing relates to society and to your lives. If what I talk about today is interesting to you, I would strongly encourage you to take a course on either the social implications of computing, such as CS 195, or the ethics of data-driven technology, such as Data 104. There are other great ethics courses around campus, Info 188 for example, and I think there's a lot of work to be done to figure out the right way to integrate our society with all this new technology, and I would love to hear that some of you got involved in that in your lives.